Welcome back, everyone. I need to tone this down a bit more. Okay, there we go. Because I'm pretty sure that it's draining out my voice, and it's loud in my ear. Okay, confirm. Jeez, even with this it's still pretty loud. Anyway, we were here with the eerie voice. Unbelievable! Both my persona and Nato's bullet disappeared, like smoke before they even reached the shadows. Just like the mysterious voice says, it looks like anything violent all gets somehow negated in this world.
What do you want from us?
Nothing really. We're just asking you to accept us. Come on, let's connect with these eternal bonds.
Hey, if you want to do any kind of bonding with me, you gotta buy me dinner first.
Won't you be good children? It's all right. Don't be frightened. Let's dance together. Won't you join us? We sing Kujikawa.
Careful. This is bad. No, I can't. Rise-san.
I see. So the only way to negate it would be to put on the headset.
I can't lose.
I can move again? But how?
What is he? We need to move. The shadows are being affected by our music and movement. It's just as I thought. That eerie song we're hearing is forcing the shadows to dance. If we can interrupt that song and the shadows dance, we might get through this.
But how?
I don't know. But one idea comes to mind. If we can force them into a different song and dance like before, then maybe...
What a jolly child!
No! Naoto-kun!
You're connected with us. Now you can become the you everyone wants you to be.
Senpai! Rise-san, please! Stop there. Their dance.
Naoto!
We just have to get those shadows moving to our music, right?
Reset?
Perhaps I turned it down too much.
If that stuff Naoto-kun was saying is true, then there is something we can do to help her. Right now. I'll try and use my persona. Maybe I can deliver our music to those shadows at full blast. The way they reacted to my music earlier, I think I might be able to affect them a little bit. But I don't think that'll be enough. That's why I need your help too, Senpai. If music and movement affects them, then we should be able to pull them into our rhythm, right? Don't worry. Just show off your cool dance. I know you can do it, Senpai.
Alright, time to get our groove on.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah.
I can do this.
Let's do this.
Yeah! How's that? Yeah! How's that? How's that? All right. All right. Yeah. If I can just keep this up.
You're doing great! I can feel what's in your heart!
Yeah. How's that? Yeah. How's that? All right. Yeah. 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 All right. How's that? All right. All right. Yeah. How's that?
You're doing great!
It's working. The shadows are going for it. How's that? How's that? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Persona is the power of the heart.
Yeah.
And depending on your heart's true nature, it changes form.
Yeah.
Not just for hurting, and not just for fighting. Right now,
Yeah.
I know I can show you how I really feel. We will never stop changing. Answer my call. Izanagi!
Oh, sick. Oh, sick. You go, boy.
King Crazy!
All right, that was perfect.
That was rad. I think I like this one better than the third one. What's a miss? Nice. Oh, I got 2 trophies. Born Entertainer. Love connections. Any more trophies? Oh, the difficulty's on easy. Huh. I steady my ragged breath and stand locked in place. As the adrenaline dies down, I see. I only realized it after dancing in front of an audience for the first time. But dancing really is expression. It seems like conveying what's in your heart is easier in this world compared to ours. At first, the shadows were just pushing the eerie song at me, but I could feel their hearts being drawn to our music and dancing. That eerie voice and the shadows must have been using that system to their advantage, to try and control us. Instead, we used that against them. In other words, we won over them. Still,
Good job, Senpai! That was a fantastic performance! Actually, what was that persona just now? There was something different about it.
I'm not sure. But when I thought I wanted to convey my feelings to those shadows, my persona responded from within me.
Way to go, Senpai!
someone's in love.
And that's why you're our leader. Only you can pull off something that amazing.
Come on.
It's true. Ever since I felt myself conveying my heart to the shadows, I had a kind of newfound determination. I had nothing concrete backing it up, but I still felt it clearly. In truth, my persona was responding to my desire to express my feelings, and it took on a new form. We can still continue to change. Ever since the case ended and we got back into our normal day-to-day, I had felt so uncertain, wondering how I could move forward. But just then, my persona erased any doubts I had.
Naoto-kun, we did it! Senpai gave him a super sweet show.
I sensed it as well. That's what allowed me to return to my right mind.
You sensed it? But you got caught by that ribbony thing and...
Yes. Because of that, I learned something about those shadows.
Really? What did you find out?
When caught in that ribbon, it's as if you're forced to be the you that others desire, rather than how you perceive yourself. You're made to believe you want to be tied to the other shadows with that ribbon, even if it means discarding who you truly are. The most dreadful thing is that I myself felt sure that it was what I needed to do.
Just as I thought, with Nato's theory and my intuition, it seems clear that the song and the shadows dancing are meant to bind us to their will. As I speculate, Rise seems somehow unhappy with Nato's words. She pouts indignant.
That's crazy. You're no one else but you, Naoto-kun.
Well, in hindsight, I can see how bizarre the assumption was. So my theory is that the ribbon has the power to induce those beliefs.
Yeah, I sensed it too. While I was dancing, I felt like I couldn't let my guard down at all. That the shadows would take me if I did. That song and the shadows dance probably have a similar power. So what I did was concentrate on getting my message across as I danced.
You said something like that earlier, too. What did you want to tell them?
I just did what you said, Rise. Dancing is about expressing yourself and your feelings to the people watching you, right? So I danced to show the shadows who I am, not what they wanted to see.
And as a result, I remembered who I am. It's ironic that the key to this confrontation was the true self I once tried so hard to deny. One shouldn't abandon oneself just because they've been connected to others. I feel that those shadows were released from the ribbon's binding because they sensed that as well. Rise-san, you didn't get that sense from watching him dance?
Of course I did. I could tell his dancing was different from usual. I just couldn't put it into words because of all that persona stuff that happened.
Yeah, I'm sure you got the message loud and clear, Rise.
Suddenly, the cheering shadows enveloped in the glow shine even brighter and began dissolving as if melting into light. It's a beautiful sight. Despite the situation we're stuck in, we can't help but to marvel.
Wow! It's beautiful! The shadow's presence is fading. What's going on? It's like they're returning somewhere.
Returning? To where?
I don't know, but that's the feeling I get. With that weird ribbony thing gone, it seems they all disappeared from this world. Maybe they realized something wasn't right, like you did, Naoto-kun.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Still, what could those shadows have been? They didn't seem quite like the shadows we knew.
Nato has a point. We're out of danger for now, but the situation's left us with countless questions and barely any answers. First, we need to find some way to escape from here.
You don't like this stage, after all the trouble I went through to prepare it?
You again! I've had enough of this! Is your idea of eternal bonds tying up the shadows with that thing? You've got one twisted mind!
That's right. If this is the connection you speak of, then it's much too one-sided.
What's so funny?
It's okay. If that's what you force you to stay here. But don't get so cocky just because you set those back. Our bonds are eternal. There are countless others to forge them with.
Hugh, are you gonna bring someone else in here?
Sorry, but you've already stepped off the stage. The next performances will be beginning soon, featuring Tamami and the others.
Tamami? You don't mean...
So they were brought to this world. At that instant, everything clicks. But that would be the worst case scenario. I only hope my conclusion is wrong. I force myself to speak, speaking with as much dread as determination.
The members of Kanamine Kitchen. Did you kidnap them?
Why do you care? It has nothing to do with you.
I'll try scanning the area. Come, Persona! There are some places where shadows are bunched up. 1, 2, 4 total? I found someone! Is this... Tomoe?
No playing around in the venue. It's off limits to unauthorized personnel.
Rise hastily dismisses her persona and braces herself. But creeping ribbons are already slithering up our legs. We completely let our guard down. Bound in ribbons, my arm puts up no resistance as a tremendous force drags at my body.
Ah!
No!
Goodbye, Rise Kujikawa.
Is this?
It only takes a moment to realize that the three of us are back in the same Takura production studio where we were in before we got sent to that world. Rise and Naoto seem to have made ungraceful landings, but they're alright for the most part.
Ow! Jeez! Is this how you treat an idol?
Looks like we're back in the studio. So as soon as we reject the bond that voice spoke of, we're promptly asked to leave.
At least we're all back safe.
Uh-huh. I was honestly bracing myself for the worst. But wait! That reading I got a second ago! It was definitely Tomoe's. I'm certain that's who I picked up on.
The same Tomoe-san we met earlier?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's right. Rise had picked up on some presence right before we were forced out. If it really was Tomoe-san, then she must still be trapped there, even as we speak. If that's the case, there's something else I need to confirm immediately.
What about the other girls? Kanamine Kitchen is Kanami-san and 4 other members, right?
I don't know. That place was a lot bigger than I thought. The only reading I picked up on in the moment I had was Tomoe's.
Given what we heard from Kanami-san, it's safe to assume the rest of Kanamine Kitchen disappeared around the same time. If you detected Tomoe-san's reading over there, the others are likely to have been taken as well.
Yeah, Naoto's right.
The rumored video clip that plays at midnight, victims who have fallen unconscious, and now a group of missing idols. This does seem to demand an investigation.
First things first, though. What was that world we were in? The name Midnight Stage bothers me.
There were shadows there too. It seemed kind of like the TV world we used to go into.
And then there's that voice. It has to belong to the root of this trouble.
You don't really think it's that, deceased idol behind this, do you?
That's beyond my knowledge. Let's put that possibility aside for now.
Yeah, that's not what we need to focus on right now.
The video that plays at midnight, a world apart from reality, shadows that lurk there, our personas, and the missing victims. Even at this stage, it's clear enough that this is beyond what normal people can handle. We need to sort through the situation and come up with some plan to rescue Tomoe-san and the others.
Either way, I can't leave them in that awful place. Please, you senpai, Naoto-kun, could you help me out? I want to save them.
Of course. Count me in.
I'm a bit shocked, in fact. Did you think we'd shrug it off as none of our concern? There are already victims, making this an honest-to-goodness case, and we're the only ones who can solve it.
That's right. Rise was probably serious when she asked us to do this. But the truth is, we're taken aback that she had to ask. This isn't about just anyone. Our friends' friends are in trouble, and she's trying to save them. So, of course, there's no reason we wouldn't lend a hand.
Yeah!
Now that that's decided, we need a plan. Yosuke and the others will be here in the morning. I'm sure they'll help us out too.
And let's go over the case once they join us. For now, though, I think we should leave. We need our rest after all.
Right. Things are gonna get busy, so we should rest while we can.
Got it! I'll go ahead and email everyone about the situation. Oh, we shouldn't drag Konami into this, huh? I feel bad, but I won't tell her anything.
Yeah, I agree. It's for her own safety.
Okay, so I'll just contact our gang. Well then, you two ready to go home?
Yeah.
Very much so.
4 members of Kanamine Kitchen missing. In a mysterious other world. We might be used to this by now, but I doubt it'll be easy. Looks like we'll have a lot to talk about when Yosuke and the others arrive. I follow Risa and Nato and head towards the studio exit.
That is how their festival began. What do you think? Fate is truly full of surprises, no? They faced themselves and gained the power to stand up against difficulties. But their next trial was quite different. Rather than a contest of strength, it required them to openly express themselves and convey their feelings.
The woman smiles joyously before looking towards you again.
However, this did not deter him, and as if in response to that firmness of will, his power changed its form, adapting perfectly to the new situation. Fascinating, don't you think? By the way, have you thought about why you have found yourself here? Don't worry yourself over it. I don't have that answer for you. I asked only out of my own curiosity. Well then, allow me to show you a little more of the story.
And this is only episode 1. When the woman raises her hand, the same light radiates from it, swallowing the surrounding scenery.
Here is where we left off with their festival.
The next day, Rise calls Naoto and meet up. We might as well practice until the others arrive. Just as we're finishing up, I get word from Yosuke saying they're here. We head down to the Takura Productions lobby to greet everyone as they come over from the train station. It's not long before we see their smiling faces again.
Woohoo! Hi, Spot Sensei! Your friendly bear is back in town!
That makes no sense when you're not in the costume, man.
Oh, man. It's so nice and cool inside the office.
Oops. Yosuke seems overwhelmed by the unexpected heat wave and takes exaggerated, deep breaths while tugging on his collar. Same old Yosuke. Even though they might have gotten Rise's message about what happened, none of them seem too fazed. Though that doesn't necessarily mean they're taking the situation lightly. It's more that they're already made up their minds what to do.
I'm glad you're all here.
Hey, have you met any celebrities yet? Are they cute? Tell me everything!
I wonder if I should take back what I said before. Yosuke is not shrugging this off, is he? Kanji or Teddy is one thing, but seeing him like this is making me worried a little.
There's always someone like him. Come on, Yosuke-senpai. You were just here the other day to film the commercial.
Yeah, but I was too nervous then to think about any of that stuff. Oh, the time has finally come! I'm in a big city, and not some dreary country town. And I get to hang out with celebrities! It's like...
Well, excuse us for living in such a dreary place.
Is that what you think of Inaba, Yosuke-kun? Did you forget that I'm a celebrity too? And a pretty famous one at that?
Yosuke-senpai's been like this the whole trip over here. He's memorized every damn thing about that kinda mean chicken or whatever. He kept blabbering on and on about the girls non-stop. He even knows their full names.
Dude, what? You're bringing that up now?
Stalker alert. Looks like the whole world's against him. I don't have any way to back him up either. All I can do is keep quiet while making a mental apology to Yosuke. A volley of cold stares and frigid words, enough to blast away this sudden heat wave, are launched at my partner.
You're the worst.
Seriously, the worst.
Just completely terrible.
Yosuke, you're awful.
I just got here and I'm already catching hell. And Teddy, what are you taking their side for?
Looks like the dream is dead.
Mostly thanks to you. Anyway, that aside, I had a message for you. Dojima-san and Nanako-chan are gonna be running a little late. Sounded like he's been busy with work.
That's too bad.
But then again, maybe it was actually a blessing in disguise that Dojima and Nanako are arriving later. Since we know now that strange things are happening, I can share what we found out without any pointed questions from Dojima-san. I must have looked pretty grim, since Yosuke pats me on the shoulder and flashes me an encouraging smile.
Come on, cheer up, partner. Just have a little patience, and Nanako-chan will be here in no time.
Man, that was one hell of a long trip. I've been sitting down so long my butt's sore.
We really should have taken the express train, but Yosuke had to insist we ride a bus instead.
Dude, you guys are the ones who said you were low on cash. There's no way I could have paid for all your tickets.
I have to say, you three aren't looking very well. Are you okay? Did you sleep badly?
The three of us can't help but to exchange glances at Yukiko's question. I was planning on getting a good night's rest, but I kept thinking about the case and ended up getting almost no sleep. Seeing the way Nato and Rise react, it must have been the same for them.
A lot happened last night after all.
You mean that midnight stage stuff? I got most of the story from Rise's email, though it was so out of nowhere that I had to ask a ton of follow-up questions.
I read it too. Those girls are being held captive, right, Rise-chan? Yeah. I'm sorry. You guys came all the way out here and I have to ruin it with bad news.
Hey, no need to apologize, Rise-chan. Never fear. All the dance practice I've gotten in lately has been a good workout for me. And I've never missed a day of regular training either. I'm ready for anything.
Count me in too. Look, look, behold the results of my training with Rise-chan. 1, 2, bam.
I don't think they could have picked anyone else to play Teddy than Sam. Teddy puts his palms together and keeps his face at a fixed angle while craning his neck around. That kind of thing is called isolation in dance terms, but I don't remember Rise ever teaching Teddy any such moves. Where did he learn that?
That has nothing to do with fighting shadows.
You never know. I mean, it's gonna be our dancing that beats him this time around, right?
Oh, right, yeah. Man, why dancing of all things?
We're not sure how that really works.
In fact, there are many things that we don't understand as of yet. All we know is that our power won't defeat these shadows. Instead, we've discovered that we can free them by affecting them with our dance.
They're trying to capture us with their dancing too, right? Then it sounds to me like we ought to fight fire with fire.
Mm-hmm. Expressing ourselves through dance. It sounds exciting. You guys, this isn't all fun and games.
What a relief. Though everyone is chatting like normal, I can tell that they're already thinking about how to solve this case. As long as they're with us, I'm positive we can get to the bottom of any mystery.
Thanks, everyone. It's time the investigation team got back in action.
I can't remember how many times that's happened by now.
Well, call it fate or whatever. But if you ask me, that's just how we are.
If we can save people, I'm all for it. I think it's definitely better than doing nothing.
My magnificent moves will save all the innocent idols. And one of them will fall madly in love with me, despite it being forbidden in the world of showbiz.
Like that'd happen. Man, I really can't take you anywhere. Wait a sec. What if Teddy's got a point? What if he's not entirely wrong this time? Is there even the slimmest of slim chances that it could happen for me?
Never, as long as you're thinking like that.
Ah, you're all here. I hope your long trip was a smooth one.
Oh, hey, Inoue-san.
I turned to see the voice coming from behind us, and find Inoue-san coming towards us with his usual smile. He must have been passing by when he noticed us. He seems a little more tired today, though. Is it because the Kanamine Kitchen girls are missing?
I hope I wasn't interrupting anything.
Isn't this our chance? Want to try and get some information out of him?
Huh? Wow, you're all in costume. Now, the show's still a ways off, but you seem so fired up already.
Well, we were thinking we should do a full group dress rehearsal, but we didn't know if there was any place to change, so we just wore our costumes.
I see. But you know, there are plenty of changing rooms available here. Goodness, Kanji-kun, your hair certainly stands out. It really packs a punch.
Huh? You think so? I guess I'm used to it. Oh, but this festival is the last time I'm gonna wear this punk getup, though. I made up my mind to stop acting like a badass and be more like who I really am.
Ah, I see. That sounds like a fine idea. I must say, those costumes look splendid on all of you. I guess that sort of natural high schooler look can't be faked. People respond well to that sort of thing. The outfits seem to fit well, too. I'm glad we went to the trouble to have them custom tailored.
That's right. The thing Inoue-san was most particular about was how we're genuine high school students. Because of that, we all had to carefully bring back our look from when we used to go to the same high school. Everyone got excited and worked with each other to get their hairstyle and things just right to the way it was then. Me too. Even though I go to a different high school now, I'm wearing an outfit that looks like a match to their school uniform. The whole thing gives me an honest sense of nostalgic joy.
Oh, by the way, can I ask you something, Inoue-san?
What is it? I'll try and answer if I can.
Well, it's about the Love Meets Bonds festival. Kanamine Kitchen is performing in that too, right?
And with that, we'll find out the answer in the next episode. So I will catch you guys later. Stay gold.